All right, first up, Scott Seidenberg. What do you got?
I'm going with the New Orleans Saints over 9.5 wins.
Ooh. Now, I will say this. This is the first pick, I think, so far that bucks the wise guys. They do not necessarily like the over. Obviously, the question here is strength of schedule, but go.
Yes, and someone's got to win this division. The Saints are the favorite to do so.
But they don't have to win 10 games.
I agree that 9 wins could very easily win this division, but it is an easy schedule, relatively. Their crossover games are with the AFC South,
Ooh.
and they play the NFC North, which is down as well.
Yeah, jeez. That might be the 3 easiest divisions.
Yes, their own division,
yeah.
the AFC South and the NFC North. Their extra road game, as Fezzik would like to say, we don't like NFC overs because they have the extra road game this year. Their extra road game is Week 16 at the Rams, a team that at that point in the season might not be interested in winning a football game.
I think that's fair to say. Any other thoughts from anyone but me on the Saints? Mackenzie.
I like the under. This is our first crossfire between me and Scott.
This is your official pick?
Yes.
Oh, my gosh. All right. So give us your thought.
I don't know if you guys have heard, but I have this theory about NFC teams going under this year with 9 road games. I mean, we make fun, but it's
That's
very
the biggest
sound
laugh
analysis.
you've ever gotten, actually. That was a good one.
Pretty good.
There's another reason I like it, and that's because Derek Carr, there's a big upgrade, big up arrow in the Super Bowl odds, win total, when he went to the Saints. I think generally, we saw this with the Broncos last year, the hype does not meet a new quarterback landing in the city. I got some numbers from our database here. Teams with a new starting quarterback, 18 overs, 28 unders at 61% since 2016, going under by 0.7 wins per season.
I know. Is it a new quarterback, including a rookie?
Including a rookie or a veteran, just a different quarterback than they had the year before.
So here's what I'd like you to do throughout the rest of the show, then, or as quickly as you can do it, is let's have a flag in there if it's a rookie or not a rookie.
Cool.
Because a veteran coming in, it may be worse, it may be better, but it's certainly different.
Yeah, right. Definitely.
All right. So your thinking is, okay, maybe Carr does. So in general, if you had a second half of the year over under, right, which would obviously have to account for strength of schedule and all that, you would be more inclined to not like the under.
Yes.
And you'd be more inclined, I guess, to like the under in the first half of the year.
Yes, exactly.
Do you think there's any merit to this?
I'm a believer in Carr. And I've seen it happen
relative to last year.
And I've seen it happen with the Saints before. Drew Brees came over, and people didn't expect much when he came from the Chargers. He had the bum shoulder; he couldn't throw, and he changed the whole future of that franchise.
Yeah, Sean Payton, right?
That's very true. Yes.
So,
but they go hand in hand.
What's the over under? Do you think for the Saints head coach being there? I mean, if I gave you 1.5 years, meaning if he starts or if he finishes this year. Finishes next, no, so maybe not 1.5. I guess it'd be 2.5.
Yeah, because last year was the first
let's
full
say,
year.
does he? The question, yes, no. Does he coach the first game 3 years from now? So this upcoming year is 1. Then there's the next season, and then that next first game. So there'd be like 34 games between now and then, 17 and 17. Would you say yes or no? Alan, is he there?
I say yes, only because the organization has a history of stability.
Mm-hmm.
And when you look at organizations that do things like that, like your Pittsburgh Steelers, they tend to have success, and they also don't tend to deviate from that plan.
So here's the difference. I like that you say that, but here's where it's off, I think.
Benson.
Chuck Noll, never been a head coach before. Young coach. Obviously, Cowher, never been a head coach. Mike Tomlin was like 33, never been a head coach. So if you take someone that is going to have some growing pains, most likely, there's still never any evidence of them failing. Once you have a retread, in the back of your mind, you're thinking, well, shit, he didn't do much with the Raiders. Right? So to some degree, and again, I don't know how the Saints front office thinks, but in general, it feels like you got a retread that would, if he wasn't the DC for that team the year prior, there's no chance he gets that job. And I'm not saying it makes it wrong.
Well, and I think Scott's saying that he likes over 9.5. If Dennis Allen wins 10 games this year
and wins the division,
he's probably safe. Beyond.
He's certainly safe for that year. But I think, let's say the next year they win 8. I mean, I think the leash is short, and maybe it's not even pertinent. I just think I don't think we can say the Saints and their organization institutionally is a big thing. I don't know how much of that is Mickey Loomis and how much of that was Sean Payton.